Hey, everybody, it's Doug Green, and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News, and we're back with another great edition of Pots and Shots. And I have with me again Jake Jacoby of TELCLOUD. Jake, thank you for joining me again.
Thanks, Doug. Good to be here. Good to see you.
So, we're taking a tour of two huge things. We're taking a tour of migration from the past to the future, migration from copper to something better, and how TELCLOUD is meeting people, the customers, their partners, where they are with this opportunity and this vital need. We're also taking a tour of the world's best tequilas. We'll get to that a little later on. Today, we're going to be talking about from zero to selling, getting partners live fast. So, before we jump into that, Jake, real fast, what's this copper migration all about for folks that haven't really heard about it yet?
Yeah, so really the analog telephone lines, also known as POTS lines, plain old telephone service, are going away, right? So carriers are getting rid of all of these lines. There's only probably a small percentage of them left, but that's still millions of lines, and they support things for life safety, for fax, of fire, fire panels, elevators, security alarms, skate applications, things like that. And those legacy equipment, that the legacy equipment that those lines support still is in existence and still needs to work. So even though lines are going away, that communication path is not, and therefore there needs to be a replacement. So that's the business we're in. We're TELCLOUD is a back end provider to help resellers. We work 100% through the channel. We have reseller partners, channel partners, trusted advisors that go out and bring the solution to their customers. And if you watch our last episode, we talk about the gamut of that. It's from anywhere from white labeled, TELCLOUD does everything for you, including the billing and service and everything, to you do the majority of the work as a reseller, and we round it out with the technology on the back end. So that's the business, and we're here to support that. And these lines have to be converted and migrated and replaced for the next couple of years. It's really hot this year in that a lot of them are being turned off, and so there's a high need for this service.
So, Jake, as you just said, we've been talking about equipment, we've been talking about platform, we've been talking about white label, but let's now talk about business model.
Yep.
And I'll just start with, I'm an MSP and I'm really busy. Do I even have time to do this? By the time I get up and running, I don't know, it's going to be weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that is going to be a general question.
Yeah, it's a great question. And so, we have a lot of reseller partners or, trusted advisors out there that that is the case, right? They're out there selling many different solutions. This is even though copper and POTS line replacement is low hanging fruit because there's a high need for it, doesn't necessarily mean that you doing this on your own and even using our back end, technology is an easy lift, right? There is, taking the order, project management, third-party logistics, kitting, shipping, field services, support, installation, line cutover. There is compliance. There's billing. All of these different elements in order to be successful in this business, and it's difficult, right? So some of our reseller partners are very, very good at it, and they have a whole division that just focuses on this. And they're out there and they're providing great solutions. It takes some time to get up to speed on that, right? We have other trusted advisors that, like you said, they're selling all these different things, and their job is kind of vet these solutions and then get them to the customer. So we have a model which is called a full service model, where we do, with your brand white labeled, do everything for you and deliver that solution to the customer. And then we have resellers that go with the gamut of it, right? Say, I need this tomorrow and I don't have time to get up to speed on all this, so we need a solution tomorrow and we can help with that. So we have all of that, and we have a blend of in the middle. But it is very easy to get up to speed with and start bringing this solution to your customers, TELCLOUD solution to customers. And we'd love to have a conversation with you as a reseller or a trusted advisor and see what the right mix is for you.
So, you know, you're out there in the field, you're talking to actual MSPs and so on. What are the reasons people pause, and how do you overcome them?
Yeah, I think, you know what, a lot of the resellers that we have recently brought on in the last couple of years have, they weren't even thinking about this, right? They were out there solving connectivity issues, solving, UCAST issues, meaning like transforming the entire phone system. They weren't really thinking about the fire panels or the elevators, or if it did come up, they were saying, oh yeah, we kind of don't do that. They don't realize how big of a problem it could be or is today or was going to be back then. So I think the biggest thing is just asking the question, right? Do you still have copper lines? Have you solved this? What are you doing about the shutdown, right? What happens when those lines are shut down, right? Let's take a look at your bill. How much are you paying for these lines? And the answer may be, we don't have any lines. We've converted them all. We're using, we've done the conversion, and that's fine. But somebody has to ask the question because, and you should be asking your own customers this question, because if you're not, somebody else is, right? And if you don't solve it for them, you've got somebody else in there asking them the question, building the relationship, and you are that trusted advisor. So it's as easy as asking that question and then bringing TELCLOUD in to help you solve that problem for that customer, so that, and again, this is one of those things where we're going to solve it, and it's going to be done, and it's going to be a recurring revenue for you for the next 15, 20 years, right? And it's a need that your customer has. And so doing a little bit of research on your side, not a heavy lift, understanding just the right questions to ask, and then allowing TELCLOUD to help you with that. That's what we're looking for.
So, Jake, short term, long term, I'm a partner. I'm looking for a short term way to leap into this market, but also
Yeah.
looking for a long term strategy. Put that together for me.
Yeah. So I would think of it as, you've got, again, asking the question, this is a long-term solve, right? And so rather than thinking about short-term, long-term, what I would say is like, how much of a lift do you need in order to solve this problem, right? So if you need to lean on TELCLOUD to do that, then great. If you think that this is a big part of your business and you have a lot of opportunities and you really want to make this part of your core business, we can help you with that as well. It takes a little bit longer to get up to speed and things like that. But either way, this is long-term revenue for you, and it's a long-term need that your customer has. So with very little effort, other than uncovering opportunities and pulling TELCLOUD in to help you on your behalf, it's very easy to help solve this problem. And again, like I said, this is going to be happening to all customers, right? All business customers. This entire copper infrastructure is going away. So everybody will be affected that still has copper, right? That's just it. Whether it's a POTS line or a PRI or whatever it is, right? We can help them and convert that and provide a solution that's going to work for the next 20 years, right? Solves the need for the customer. We give them a very affordable, competitive rate. There's margin in there for you to make money, but ultimately you're solving this problem for your customer. And that's why they chose you as a trusted advisor to begin with, right? To go out and vet these solutions. So have conversations with TELCLOUD. Very easy to get up to speed. We'll give you the talk tracks. We'll give you the materials to educate your customers, not to sell them, right? We're not forcing anybody to do the like. We want to educate them on why this is a solution that's going to work, and why it works the way that it does. And all the technology and stuff on the back end will help you with it, right? Don't be intimidated by that. It's a very easy conversation to have. And then we can help you with it.
So, Jake, it's the POTS part of the pots and shots part. It's actually the shots part of the pots and shots.
Yeah.
So we're taking a world tour of the world's best tequilas. What is today's tequila?
All right. So we've talked about this tequila in the past, but this is a special version of this tequila. It's called Cascanes, and it's a reposado. So this Cascanes reposado, you've seen this bottle before, but our office, our headquarters is in San Diego, California. One of my good friends is a guy named Zach. He's the biggest tequila distributor in San Diego. And so he has some stores, but he distributes tequila all over. This was made specially for him and his stores. And this tequila, this brand, in this specific bottle and a batch, were aged specifically in Jack Daniel barrels. So the barrels that they used for Jack Daniels to make the Jack Daniels, after the Jack Daniels was done, they used those barrels and they aged this tequila. So this is a blend. Basically, it's a tequila. It's a reposado tequila that was aged with a note of the Jack Daniels, whiskey. So just for him, you can't get it anywhere else. So I'm telling you about it, but you can't get it. We will have it at Channel Partners, and you can come and taste this bottle, and so that you can taste it if you like and see the difference between the other one, the traditional reposado, and the one that was specially made for my buddy Zach here in San Diego. So check this out.
And real quick, you're going to be at Channel Partners. You're going to have a suite with some of these other tequilas too.
We're going to bring, so this has been a fantastic series. We've loved doing this with you, Doug. And so, but the byproduct of that is I have a bunch of tequilas now that we need help drinking. So if you'd like to come and taste them, or maybe you saw an episode, you're like, wow, that one's great. We're going to bring as many as we can, and we'll have them there so that you can come by and check it out and see what these actually taste like. So.
Well, Jake, I really want to thank you for joining me today. This has been very interesting. I'm looking forward to Channel Partners and actually sipping some of these tequilas and actually seeing some of the products and people that are involved and so on. Where can we learn more about TELCLOUD?
Yeah, absolutely. So we look forward to seeing you at Channel Partners too. We'll have a suite at the Palazzo, like always. And but get together with us, or check out our site at telcloud.com, or give us a call at 844-900-2270. Can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to partner with you. Can't wait to help your customers and make sure that they understand, and you show them that you are that trusted advisor, and you vetted our solution. We're happy to have you kick the tires and do whatever you need to get up to speed. We're here to help, and we're committed to the channel. So thank you very much.
Well, I'm looking forward to the next edition of Pots and Shots, but for now, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Doug.